February 23rd, 2:15 PM, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Level 1, Triple S, back with some more Phoenix Wright. It's Tony Trilogy. We're doing some detective work. Last time we met a guy called Damon Gant, who wasn't very nice towards Edgeworth, where Edgeworth was trying to, put blame on the investigation of, missing evidence, or, well, not missing evidence, but overlooked evidence and stuff like that, and Edgeworth was trying to bloody police department, and Gant was like, actually, it was your fault because your name's written on this, and, we tried to hand you this report, but you didn't look at it because you thought it wasn't connected. Yeah, it was all Edgeworth's fault. And now we're doing some more detective work. This is penultimate detective work. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 PM on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. Oh yeah, apparently this one guy died in 2 different places at the same time. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. She's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Oh, we just moved straight here. February 23rd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum. Was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that old drum washed it all away. Hehehe. Ignore the strength of my signs at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Bloody sticky stuff, You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done these tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. I'm testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the A button to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. So I do believe we're going to be looking right here where the person died. Ooh. I can see her eye shining behind those glasses. So is this a bloodstain? Emma, you're shaking. It's just this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. Ooh. Burping. What's odd about this scientifically? The bloodstain's location, the amount of blood. There's really not that much. Perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm going to mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? I think I just realised that whole thing of the whole washing the thing away. Water washed away the blood on the floor. The shoe was on top of the thing, so it didn't get hit with water and blood didn't get washed off the shoe. For some reason I must have been really confused about that part. I don't know why. Pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Skye. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah. Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star. You only trust your own eyes, huh? Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. Do we chat to her? Yeah, we do. Today's trial. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry, you lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Skye stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honour as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Detective Star. So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up. They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the Cough-Up Queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go, fired. I thought that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean. We present the victim's note. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. Also the note I just gave you. There you go, on the note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transfer the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over. Not yet. You think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Let's have a look at... Oops, wrong way. Let's have a look at the ID. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the Cough-Up Queen, right? We found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. I don't know if I actually have to present these things to her, but I am. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Ooh. Talking points. There's an incident. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yep, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of a sort, made-up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be... Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. Mr. Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over. And he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after right now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait. Those lunches you sell. There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Daz's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives and SL9 have disappeared, we find no evidence. There has to be a connection. So, rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes? Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch. I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Steak lunch received from Miss Star. Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your... are you his, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too, back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall, huh. Okay, we're done talking to her, so we move to the Police Department entrance, I think. February 23rd, Police Department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense the detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. The guide's telling me, instead, to go to the detention centre. So, guess what? That's what we're going to do. February 23rd, detention centre visitors room. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. Hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in two places at the same time? Can you imagine? How is she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Did Mr. Gantz say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's go back later. Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. The guide has messed up. The guide is wrong. The guide has gone wrong. The guide was telling me to immediately come here and talk to the person they've arrested. But no one's there. So I guess we're going straight into here. Whoops. February 23rd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, it makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. I am so kind of lost, but... Wait, what? What am I supposed to be doing here? It keeps saying, let's go to this place, and then it's saying not. It's saying, let's go to the crime scene. But I can't go to the crime scene. I'm going to go back to the detention centre. No one's here! What am I supposed to do? I'm so lost right now. I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Come on, first apartment. We can't go to the crime scene. Entrance? No one there? Oh, gas station, there it is. This guide is completely messed up right now. February 23rd, evidence room, gas station. Room entrance, gas station. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the gas station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime. Sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a gas station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Okay, I'm going to try and follow the guide in a different kind of way, because it's all messed up right now. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. You won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we'd need someone's permission to go in there first. I'm so lost right now. Okay, that didn't work because the guide's all messed up. This guide is so messed up right now, I don't know what to do. So we came here, but we can't do anything. So let's move back here. Oh, now it's doing something. February 23rd, police department, entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that? One steak lunch, please! Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chats, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. Criminal, you mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? And the perpetrator. Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly. Wait! Don't leave! If you want to know more, head on down to the detention centre, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later! He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Okay, so now we can continue on with the guide, because the guide says that we were supposed to come here, and Gumshoe was supposed to be here immediately, but he wasn't here. I don't think so anyway. But now the guy's also telling me to go back to here to get to the detention centre, and now it should carry on. Okay, that was messed up. I don't know what happened then. The guy did not at any point tell me to go to the guard station outside the gas station, which he should have done. Anyway, February 23rd, detention centre visitor's room. Still, I do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. I guess it's supposed to be... What? What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Hi, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Miss Edgeworth here? Anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins, is there a guard here at the detention centre? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't. Is he? You, Officer Meekins? You didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir! What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Yeah, let's talk to the guy. The day of the crime. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Our security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then sir happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. Suspicious person in the evidence room. Suspicious person, sir. Suspicious person. No, whoa, 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 whoa. What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention centre. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could do to wrap it up, sir. Bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Nope, gonna talk about the victim first. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir! You have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir! Then label me victim! I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well on that. Ah yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side! So you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light and or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Bandage hand. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir. Don't you think you should just confess? But, sir, there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? So to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. Next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock! Oh, the sorrow, sir! Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Well, I guess done talking to him, maybe you can tell us about this ID. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir, nothing! Better pry into this one a little deeper. Talk. Crime details. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Also, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you! My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. Reason for arrest. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? Nope, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out, it's there, it's me, it's on tape! Can you wait until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, better go check out the crime scene. Right, done talking to him. So apparently we move back to the Criminal Affairs Department. I'm going to amend my guide here. That was just messed up. There's like a whole section missing of what we had to do to get to the guard station to carry on. February 23rd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives' desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, huh? You know what it means if there is anything missing? Sir, I'm sorry. I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scout the place again, sir. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Aha, righto, my boy. How you been? It's been much. Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? He's so like an infectious personality, just... Edgeworth. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yeah, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on God Lake? Doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sitting in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, righto? Oh god, Von Karma. Ugh. Legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong, he did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. And depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? Evidence room incidents. It's damn right odd, I tell ya. The detective the detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence says. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just getting the Chief of Detectives' trap shut. Keeping the Chief of Detectives. I can't read today. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Oops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the Chief of Detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. What do we do? Oh yeah. Not ask Gant, but we ask this guy. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the Chief of Police want you to do? You see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here. Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. You didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Didn't Detective Goodman lose something? Did Detective Goodman lose something? Can't read. The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. Goodman's lost item report added to the court record. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Yeah, we need to ask permission though. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you of a favour. Huh? Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now we wait. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate it after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just go to the show, you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? It's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honour. You just run along and do your best. Now, later, folks. Heh, looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. So, we move to the entrance. We move to the guard station. And now we examine this, which I tried to do before but it didn't work. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? What's that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my bambina's skies so grey? Sykes! That's not even a word. Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this is my saloon. I can't read! We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. So I guess we can't talk to him. Oh, we can talk to him if we give him... Might as well go this way. This. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What? What's wrong? Filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. So let's ask him everything. Guard station. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Beacons at the detention centre told us. Oh, that poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong, calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli that sneak in next to your steak, you know? Marshall. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. Security system. You know what? Maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? Must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Plus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Transferal. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the County Sheriff's Department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever, dead. Never to be reopened again, never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. What do we do now? We present the IDs so that we can get the list, because his number's on there. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the whole world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing, suddenly he pointed a knife at me! If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. ID card record added to the court record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. But for now, we are actually going to finally move into the evidence room. I'm going to amend my guide. This is going to be a long one. We're already 5 minutes in and there's still a lot to do. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. This writing for this case, for some reason, the writing is so weird. Like, speak it. The grammar, or whatever. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice to try, Mr. Wright, but you can't scare me. Ah! Whoa! Oh, she slapped him. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gantz will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the Chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans added to the record. What do? We chat to the guy. Boss for the day. So Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day? That's right. It's an honour. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. My own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here to Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course. I am a detective after all. You gave me a locker that only I could open, pal. Only you can open? Edgeworth. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the Inquiry Committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Miss Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Evidence lockers. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Well, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprints. Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with the fingerprints. So the only locker we can open is our own. Do you recognise that picture inside his locker? You will if you keep watching me play the games. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand will be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Evidence locker added to the record. Okay, so we're done talking to him. I think, yep. We present... where the hell is it? Notes, right there. Detective Goodman's notes and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection. That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? Guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. SL9 incident. Oh, that was a bloody violent case. Violence? So it was a murder. A serial killing. Serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago. That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumour mill. Rumours about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Okay, we're done there, and we present the ID card record. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard the rumours. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? ID card record updated in the court record. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? I don't think we can talk about that, do we? No. Okay, so we pan right, and we're going to examine some things now. One of the main things, there's a glove here. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Is it a gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know? You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Ripper glove added to the court record. Okay, so that, and then this stuff down here. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. It's the gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Let's take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Okay. So we go to... Okay, this is going to be a bit of a pain, because... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's this one. Clockwise. Okay, I'm going to get these completely messed up. Right, clockwise and anti-clockwise. I'm just going to do it by eye. That's number 6, which is that one. And then number 1, which just slots straight in, even though the guide was telling me to turn it. You didn't need to turn it, so I love this guide. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not. I think it's that way, yep. Ah, 3 is just, that doesn't, no. Wait, is it not that one? No, it's, oh, it's this one. That's number 3. I was on the wrong one. Number 2. That way. And we're missing a piece, though. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Can't speak. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I can't understand how it got broken. Ah, my throat. Okay, what do we do now? We use luminol. So I need to, I think it's court record. We go to luminol and we spray. So first off, I'm going to do it on the handprint. I knew it! This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. Counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Okay, and I think then we do down here. Yeah, there we go. That Must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. Not professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Huh. Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. And then we go this way, and we look at here. There it is. Bit of cloth sticking out of this locker. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where did you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Hey pal, look at the time. Was there something you need to be going to? Just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to go give them my report for the day. Look at that flyer. Remember that flyer. That'll come up in the future. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. So, yep, we move, gas station, move to entrance, move, apparently, underground parking lot? Oh yeah, he's at his office. For some reason I thought we were going to the detention centre. I'm going to amend my guide here. God, what? Almost an hour and there's still a little bit more to do. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Hello, I recognise you. I guess, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have you met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leaves. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Oh, he's not happy. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the District Prosecutor's Office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Oh yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Let's talk to him about it. Inquiry Committee. So how did the Inquiry Committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time, again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yep, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gantz. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. We present the ID card record. Alright, I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why? Mr. Edgeworth, please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The Chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Related evidence, screwdriver added to the court record. Stubborn as always. I told you there's nothing to do with the current case. Do you recognise that screwdriver though? Victim's notes. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Miss Edgeworth? What I want to know is, why was the Deputy Chief of Police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdicts and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science? Huh? Yeah, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, huh? Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints? Wait, did I say aluminum or did it say aluminium? Because I would say aluminium. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? Well, you're the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprinting set and fingerprint file received. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. So, we move to the underground parking lot. We move to the police department entrance. We move to the guard station. And we move to the evidence room. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. Investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here is blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. You really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Which one do we choose? This one looks like it could be pretty good. Oh, okay. Now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First we sprinkle the aluminum, yeah, it is aluminum powder around. Huh? How do I do that? With the A button. See? Ah, looks like that did the trick. Yeah, I can't say aluminum. Aluminium powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With the Y button, because this is not a DS and I can't blow into the microphone. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. Guess I'd better give it a try. Oh, you can't just hold down the A button, you do have to press it like crazy. Make sure you get a nice spread. you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely, it seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Ah, fingerprints outside the blood. Right there. Go crazy! Press, 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 Not good enough yet. There we go. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet. This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who their owner is, right? Guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints. Huh. How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Where is he? Gumshoe. Comparison complete. Match found. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Slides left. Court record. Fingerprinting. That's not what I wanted to do. That's us looking at the fingerprinting kit. Do I just examine? What do I do? Yeah, examine it. I was done. This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right! There's a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this? There you go, right, sparkling again. Check for prints. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of our hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. So it'll be in that area. Oh, not good enough yet. Come on, put some more into it. Yes, yes. Give me that fingerprint. Give me that fingerprint. Yes. Oh, come on. That's not good enough. Come on. There we go. Whose is it? Well, I guess that looks pretty close. Got it. Match found. Hey, these fingerprints, Whose are they? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints out of the court record. That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints. And a wiped bloodstain. But why would Officer Marshall... Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. To be continued! That was a long one. Wow. I guess it probably would have gone a bit quicker if I hadn't gotten lost, but the guide completely threw me off because it was missing an entire section, sending me to the guard station, and then leaving again. It just told me to just go straight to the entrance and would have busted the gumshoe, but we didn't. It wasn't there. But anyway, next time we'll be in court, and maybe it'll come up with the fact that we found Jake Marshall's fingerprints and all that blood everywhere when we put that pottery back together, and it looked like there was a piece missing, but it also looked like maybe it's blood on it. I don't know if it was blood or just like a pattern that was on it, but there was something red on it and I couldn't see it properly. Oh my god, wow. But yeah, so yep, in court next time. Let's see how it goes. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you decide to subscribe to the channel, that would be amazing, and ding that bell to be the first to hear about my new videos. Thanks again, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.